Hello and welcome to Distribution Unpacked. My name is Charles McLaughlin, and here with me today is Brad Bingham from Tork. Brad, thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you for having me. Good morning.
Good morning. So why don't you take a moment to introduce yourself and what you do at Tork to our audience.
All right. My name is Brad Bingham. I'm the key account manager for SCD North America, calling the office and wholesale channel. So working with our wholesale partners like SB Richards, as well as all of our office dealers, direct or indirect.
Great. So with your unique role on our channel, tell me about some of the marketing trends you're seeing in the distribution wholesale industry today, and what is Tork and you specifically in your role, what are you looking to focus on to address these trends?
Yeah, well, we've always, seen the kind of that red thread in the towel and tissue market. You're looking at the environmental aspects of our products. We're looking at the functionality of our dispensers. We're looking at, the inclusive restroom to make sure that the dispensers and the products that we produce, are applicable for all those that are going to be utilizing those systems.
Sure.
Looking at the waste or reduction in waste through consumption with those dispensing systems as well.
That's great.
Yep.
So that's, you're talking about sustainability. That's one of these key market trends that we're looking at. Like, how important is sustainability to our customer channel in the wholesale market?
Yes. It varies in degrees depending on the segment that you're working in, but in recent years and just in the last few months, some of the regulations and laws that states are passing, in Washington, California, Massachusetts, even those segments that might not be as in tune to those environmental messages are kind of being forced into it.
Right.
But looking at that segmentation, whether it's, your office, A through C class buildings, your municipal, college, K through 12.
Right.
But not just so much, what is the recycled content, but what are you doing with your packaging? What are you doing with the waste from your production processes, and what are you using to produce that paper? And in Europe, SCD has mills that operate on wheat straw, and in North America, 100% recycled fiber that we use at our manufacturing facilities.
That's great. So we see a lot on our side, a lot of contract bids and contract furniture. Some of those states you mentioned do have that sustainability requirement. So it's great that you guys are able to, not just from a product standpoint, but from a packaging standpoint as well, be able to kind of deliver on that.
That's something I've been in the industry for way longer than 34 years now with SCD. And, I had a mentor tell me once, those that produce the products and provide it also need to find ways to help our customers, reclaim that and help with that, that chain of recycled fiber and how we can work with them. So it's very exciting times.
Absolutely. And we'll see how other states respond to these trends that we're seeing pop up.
You need to be aware of it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you mentioned a couple vertical markets earlier with your enterprise office buildings, as well as, your school buildings. So what are some of the unique demands that you're seeing in some of these more popular vertical markets for Tork, and how are you guys adapting to those markets specifically?
Yeah. What we're seeing is, the overall, consolidation in the market, so much so in the distribution, the wholesale. We're seeing it in the linen companies with Cintas and Universe. But looking at that streamline and the number of dealers out there and customers, looking at what does that assortment look like? So days of maybe stocking 200 items or 4 different types of towels, is being pared down because of needing to fill out those trucks, full pallets of products or full tiers, as opposed to the 1 and 2 drops. Looking at the different segmentation, from Class A and a lot of your businesses pre-COVID, they had enough cleaners, they had enough people in that building. Well, now, they might have half the amount of cleaners that they once had. So how can we provide them with systems that not only, meet those environmental aspects that they're looking for, meet the hands-free, high capacity, but then also how do we improve the efficiencies? So that's through our Tork Vision Cleaning, the Internet of Things, where we can have monitored dispensers, looking at uniformity. So being able to provide them with one system that's one key, one product throughout the entire facility. So just all about how can we give back to our customers, not just from an environmental product innovation, but then how can we provide them with getting more time back as well?
Got it. So providing those innovative products, and then also SKU consolidation and maximizing the efficiency of that order, that truckload, are some key ways to kind of get out there.
Yeah, and you're seeing that, in our product offering, and this was introduced 5 years ago with our peak serve system, with our compressed technology, and we're taking that technology now over to our, regular multifold market. So looking at how can we provide 4,000 towels in a case that's half the size of your standard.
Right.
So more efficiencies for the trailers, more efficiencies for our customers, more product in existing dispensers that you don't have to swap it. So
more product on the truck.
on the trucks, and that's what everyone likes. And
Yes.
especially then you're looking at dimensional freight costs, so much now with e-com and shipping of products. So very exciting times.
Absolutely.
Take air out of a case. Who would have thought?
Air out of the case, right? Stuff those trucks.
Yes.
Absolutely. So you've mentioned a couple of these logistic solutions that you guys are able to provide to help our dealers kind of move your product more effectively. But how else can customers of ours, that wholesale dealer, succeed with your products and succeed with Tork?
I feel that, we don't, whether you, a customer of ours or dealers purchasing direct or through wholesale, they're viewed no different through Essity's eyes. They have all the resources from a marketing, direct manufacturer representation. We also have broker support. But where I see that success is try not to be a me too for all of your customers. Find out who are those manufacturers, and they're in every category, whether it's towel tissue, liners, chemicals, that you want to lead with. And then lean on those manufacturers with their resources. Kind of look at it as an extension of your own sales force. The most successful DSRs that I've ever worked with are those that utilize the greatest of those manufacturers' reps.
Right.
So when they're out making their calls, they know that they have Sally, Jim, Mary out making calls on their behalf as well, driving business back to their customers. So, if I had to say anything to the dealers or customers through wholesale, it's yes, you're opened up to this whole wonderful world of products that an SP might have, but don't let that cloud your goal and what you want to have for your people going to market. There'll be those one-offs,
Right.
But pick a lead dog in each category that you're going to work with and grow your business.
Got it. Stay focused on that key solution that you're providing to that customer, and then utilize that Tork sales team as well. Right?
Yes.
Awesome. So we have to pivot for a moment, we have a tagline here at SP Richards: simplifying complexity. Right. The complex nature of just distributing product across the country every day. You guys are no stranger to that, as well, as we try and stuff paper in those trucks. So what complexity are you guys focused on addressing today, and how are you handling that?
Well, a lot of it's, again, with the efficiencies and looking at our overall assortment, because we realize that we just can't keep, innovating to innovate, coming to our wholesale partners, thus then going to our customers through wholesale saying, oh, here's the 4 new multifolds we brought out, or here's the new roll towel system, when they're already stocking. So we need to be very purposeful in what we bring to market and what we present, working with wholesale for product innovations, so that, not have the blinders on when looking at, well, who are the customers that are buying through SPR, but also looking at who are those directs that maybe want to build that new item through wholesale before going with it on a direct basis. So
makes sense.
And then also working again, with our distribution partners through SPR to make sure that we're maximizing, the product assortment. We're not showing things that aren't in stock, or something that we know is not going to be an issue for SP.
Right. Keeping that inventory data clean, but also just really focusing on delivering solutions for your customers. I mean, that's great. And Brad, thank you so much for your time today. Before we close out, I just want to give the floor to you. Is there anything else that we need to know about you, your role at Tork, or Tork in general, before we close out today?
I would just like to say, Essity is a strong proponent and supporter of the wholesale and office channel. We look to grow in this, the resources that we've allocated with a dedicated team, with also the Harbinger representation that we have to help to get out to everybody, just from a geographical standpoint and all the customers that we have, but continuing to innovate and looking to partner with SP, in 2026 and beyond.
Great. Well, Brad, thank you so much
All
for your
right.
time today. And
Thank you.
yes, thank you. And thank you everyone for watching, and have a great day.
All right. Thank you.
Bye, guys.